So now we have a whole nother perspective. I just toured a property that was a townhouse value add. Now I'm in another area of the city where it was an old warehouse district that has been converted into loft apartments and industrial type buildings that were converted into loft apartments, townhouses, things like that. As I drive through, you can kind of see some of these buildings, what they look like. So this is going on in a lot of areas of the country right now where these old warehouse districts, manufacturing have moved out, and businesses, apartments, condos, brew pubs, tap houses, restaurants, things like that have come in, and these buildings have been retrofitted. These are called adaptive reuse. That's what this type of project is. You would call it the adaptive reuse, where you come in, you take an old building and you repurpose it and you make it new. So these are a lot of fun. This is what I love to do more than anything else. I love taking these old buildings, and maybe it's an old warehouse, and turning it into something new. Maybe it's loft apartments. You put some restaurants, coffee shops, some offices. It's kind of a live-work community. You create your own little environment where people live and work and commute, or they don't have to commute. They can just work right where they live. And you just create a little community out of what used to be just industrial warehouse type area. Some of these buildings you can leave open, and you can do merchant squares in them, which would be like a craftsman, merchant, artisan kind of a mall, and have really unique craftsmen in there that are leasing space and utilizing the space with food and artists and crafts. And maybe it's an industrial open space where you've got craftsmen and artisans that, you know, need the space for manufacturing or storage, depending on what they're doing. You could have a facility that services food trucks, you know, things like that. So really, really neat type of project, different opportunity. You want to look at an urban core where there is revitalization going on around it. And generally they're going to be located near a major metropolitan downtown area. And it's kind of on, a lot of these areas have warehouse districts, you know, that kind of surround them. So you're going to be going into those areas and just kind of redoing all of the storefronts, all of the buildings, and creating basically your own little city, your own little communities around the area. I'm kind of painting around and showing you some shots there. It can be a great business model, great investment. Definitely requires expertise. You got to know what you're doing, and you got to understand construction, the market that you're in, and what's, you know, what is the highest and best use of these properties, who are your tenants going to be, things like that. So this is adaptive reuse. This is repurposing old warehouse buildings into mixed use type projects. Very lucrative, a lot of fun. You can do really well on these.